Agua. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another video. Today we are going to be doing the differential on the Supra, and when I say differential, I mean swapping out pretty much the ring gear on the from a GS 430 diff. If you guys are not aware, I run a GS 400 or 430 diff. It's the same thing. The reason is because the gear ratio on that ring gear is a 326. You know, and then the twin turbo auto, sorry, I don't want to confuse you guys, the twin turbo 6-speeds, the JDMs are 326 as well, but it's a thicker ring gear, 220 instead of a 200. And then obviously the USDM ones are 313 with a 220, but those are kind of like gold. Now the reason why I stick to these is because I have a TRD LSD already in there. So you know, it's either spend $4,000 and you still don't have an LSD unit, or spend 300, you know, do the obviously the hard work, the labor, and then just swap out the ring gear. So if you see, that's currently what I have. It's been there. I have cut 1.4 60 foot times on these on slicks, of course. This is gonna be my 4th one that I changed over, I want to say, like a 12-year period. So this is, I mean, it's not new to me. I've done it before. So usually what I do is I keep the same casing. Obviously I'm going to clean it up and whatnot. I take out these stock bushings and put in the solid ones that I have, and I leave this. I don't touch the front, or whatever you want to call it, the pinion, just so it doesn't really mess up the backlash and stuff. And we just take out these two hubs here on the side, and then just swap out the TRD that's in there now over to this one, and this is the one that's going to go back in there, and that's it. Again, guys, the only reason I do it this way is because I already have the TRD LSD. It's discontinued. It's like a $1,500 part or piece, so it only makes sense that way. If you guys are just starting like from scratch, I would suggest going with the Ford 8.8 with the Granas kit. But this is just something I've been running for years, and you know, every time it breaks, it kind of just, you know, this option weighs out the other ones, you know, financially. So yeah, that's what we're gonna be doing today. I'm gonna actually mount the GoPro down here so you guys can hear the noise. I've been doing it for so long that I'm kind of used to already to the noise that they make when they're starting to go bad, and you know, you hear. Obviously now it's at the point that it's like it's done. It's like about to just like lock itself out, because not lock itself out, but just kind of like just shatter itself out, because it's probably like 3 or 4 teeth that are grinded down already. So I'll give you guys a glimpse of what it looks like. First thing we're gonna do is drain the oil in the differential. get all the shiny stuff. Yeah, so you could definitely smell like that, that burn, or that it's been worn through. I think I used that Synchromax stuff last time. So it's supposed to be like purplish. I don't remember too much. But you can definitely feel like a little chunk in there. Let's see here. Oh, we got one little piece. So here's one of the pieces, and I guess we won't see the rest till we take out the cover. Alright guys, just wanted to give you a little walkthrough of what we are so far. So obviously we got the exhaust out. Let's see here, we got the subframe bushings bolts out. There's two on this side, one on this side. For the NA guys, I believe the NA Supras don't come with this subframe bushing, so you have to put it on. Obviously you're gonna make big power, it's gonna tend to flex more, so you want that extra bushing back there to kind of help out. So next we're gonna be doing the drive shaft bolts. I believe I'm gonna do these three back here because it makes no sense to take out the front. Flanges are gonna stay there, and then I'll take the 6 on each side for the axles, and then the 2 front ears, and that's it. Those are the last ones, and then I'll bring it down with the jack, and they should be out. I'll leave it on time lapse so you guys can check it out. Alright guys, so we're about to take this diff down. So jack it up till it's right under the body of the diff. Let's see here. Right there. Right there, and then you get your 19. Then you set a tripod here. Keep falling on me. Alright, so 19. loosen that up and then go to the other side. One bolt, and we just got the other one that's already loose. All right, guys, if this thing's gonna fall, just let it fall. It's a piece of metal, it ain't gonna hurt nobody. It's not worth losing a finger over it. It's really not. So here. Let's see. It doesn't make where it's at. All right. Remember, guys, when it falls, it falls. All right. And it fell. But, oh well.
You okay?
Yeah.
What happened?
No, nothing. This thing fell.
What fell?
The differential.
Oh.
Alright. One way to take it down.
Huh?
Let's see here. Alright. So that was probably the hardest part. This thing is down now. Where's the bolt? Let's pull this thing out. There's your other bolt. And we'll start taking everything here out. Yeah, it was just that piece that, okay, look, one chip right there, and that's where the big happened. Yep, that's it. I'll just swap it out with the other one. Take these off. We'll go from there. One side. Other side. I'm going to take these out. Size 12. Here is the TRD LSD. So you can see it's solid piece inside with all the discs. I had this thing for about 14 years now, and I have, this is gonna be, what would be like third or fourth ring gear. I don't know, somewhere around there. But yeah, basically is swap out the new ring gear, take out these bolts here, put the new ring gear on, and then we're not gonna use this housing because in the canal, because let me see, maybe the pin in the front, it doesn't look bad, but it looks like it's got some scratches over here. Definitely got one here. It's kind of dark so you can't see it, but either way, this has adjustment in here, and I don't like taking it out. I don't like taking it out so it doesn't move the backlash back and forth. So I usually, the one in the front I don't touch, I just put in the one in the back exactly how we took it off, keep both sides separated, and that's it. It's pretty straightforward. Seal it up, put it back in there, and good, put 2 quarts of oil and we're good to go. So the next one we'll just put it on a time lapse and show you guys the rest. See you. Let's take these off. 17. These are going to be a little hard because they're Loctite. These are, what is it, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so the turbo autos and every other diff that I'm aware of, they have 10 bolts. The 6-speed is a bigger case and it has 12 bolts. So the actual unit, the LSD, is different. There's LSDs for the automatic units, and there's LSD for the 6-speed manuals only. They're the only ones that are different. So obviously it's a beefier differential. And when they say 200 millimeters, this thickness of this metal, it is a 200. The 220 it's thicker, so you have a beefier tooth. That's why they're stronger. But like I said, guys, those things are like $4,500 now compared to about $300 for one of these. So. I get to burn all that tons of smoke. So otherwise from here, I should be taking this off. We need the solid bushings. Yeah, I go a little extra on the Loctite. Yeah, that's my buddy Kevin on that. Don't worry, I'm not gonna hurt it.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying, how about if it falls on the floor and it bounces back up and hits the car?
Like I said, I'm not gonna hurt it. The hammer might come up. We're almost out. Alright. Screws are up. Now, here, kind of like on all 4 points, so it comes out evenly. Alright, this is what your TRD LSD looks like, or any other ones. They're all pretty similar. Remember, the 10 bolt style is the automatic ones, and then the 12 bolt, it's the 6-speed ones. And this is the ring gear from a Lexus GS400. You can see here it says, even, I guess those are the markings they have, the that's it. This is garbage now. I wish I would say these over years, but it's always the same thing. This has not been my worst. I had them like half of them completely gone, but I mean, in this one I went to the track. I went to the track, right? I made like 7 or 8 passes on slicks, so they hold. You know, I honestly don't mind doing it every 4 or 5 years. I'm already used to it. I know how to do it. Just wanted to share with you guys, because I know I get diff questions every once in a while. But for anyone that's in the market to do a new diff, I wouldn't recommend this route. I would do an 8.8 with a Grannis kit. I only do it this way because I have this already. This right here, it's obviously the TRD one has been discontinued for many years, and it's about $1,500 for a Kaz or Tomei. So yeah, guys, if anybody is like wondering what should I do about diff, Ford 8.8 with a Grannis kit is the way to go. I think even with like, you know, strong axles and everything, it's about $2,000 by the time you're done, but you're gonna have something stronger than this. This is just more work when you're gonna brake, and you know, I mean, it is Toyota and stock parts related, but you know, it's not really worth it, in my opinion. So yeah, now we're gonna do the same thing with the stock one. For the regular one, we're just gonna put in the LSD on this one, seat it back up, and put it back in the car. Alright guys, and here you see what a factory open diff looks like, or what they call like those spider gears or whatever. You see how big they are. These, you see, these tend to break pretty easy. And I heard for drag racing, if one side, this thing locks up, it will tend to pull you to one side, and it can cause you to wreck pretty bad. So yeah. But as you can see, spring gear looks perfect. Same one that we took off. I'm gonna take out these bolts here and take them out, and we'll do the same. This is the casing for that one. Checked it out, everything looks fine. That's the other stuff over there. It's gonna be garbage. Always keep your stuff separated. Hub. The hub and the bearing set on this side for the left, for the right, and then those are for the other diff. So just gotta clean up all the parts now and put it back together. All right, so we came up with this extractor here. Take out the bushing. We got this big socket, this long bolt over here with this washer over here. And I'm just gonna put a nut back here and just squeeze it out. Oh. That's one way to rip out the middle part. All right, so at first the pressing out didn't work, so I'm gonna hit it with some fire. Got the hole here just in case. Agua. Go bubbly. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to day 2 of the diff install video. Last night was pretty got pretty late, pretty dark. I was tired, so I just left it for today. So I wanted to show you guys where we're at so far. I got all the parts cleaned up here. We got the left side over here and the right side over here. This is the new ring gear. First thing we're gonna do is install the ring gear on the LSD with the 1017 12 face bolts with Loctite. We're gonna do that first, and then we're gonna put in the studs, not the studs, the bearing, the bearing carriers first, and then the studs after. And then we'll go from there. I'll put a time lapse so you guys can see how it is. Make sure you clean all the silicone on your cover and the back of your diff. Blow everything out. You know, with brake parts cleaner is what I usually use, and then it's pretty self-explanatory after that. All right. Alright guys, so I'm here waiting for the compressor to load up again. I'm not sure exactly how many foot-pounds of torque these bolt takes. I just hit it with the gun, you know, till they're really, really hard. I do it multiple times. Remember to use red Loctite. The bolt is a 12 hex or 12 point, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, just, you know, hit it there till it just doesn't go anymore. I could look up the torque specs, but I honestly, I always done it this way. Usually whatever the gun takes out, you know, same amount that goes in, so don't quote me on that. All right, so after that, we're gonna put this in. Remember, this side, the fat side, it's gonna end up going like this. And then you can't put the bearings on yet because it won't fit. So the unit needs to go in first. In here, once you have it in there, then you put it, then you start assembling with this already inside. Otherwise, you're not gonna have space to work around. So yeah, guys, I have the time lapse going here, so you guys could see it in the video, and it should be easy. I just wanted to break in the middle and kind of throw this out there so you guys could have a better idea. But yeah, remember, oh yeah, you saw in the time lapse, I'm sorry, to line this up here took a couple tries, but you know, it's kind of like you have to just, you know, you kind of just have to play around with it, guys. Just from the bottom, you got to look from the top, see if it's lined up, flip it around, and carefully on the other side with a 2x4, you know, and a hammer, just start evenly hitting it out so it starts moving and it starts getting closer. And then once it's already like halfway, then you can put a bolt here and across, and then start, you know, going so it could start moving itself in. So the compressor turned off. Let's hit it a couple more times with the gun, and then we'll start putting it together. Alright guys, so this is where we're at so far. Got the bearing carriers on the side done. Both sides I just have it sideways. I was working on this side. So we're doing now the axle stubs. These just goes pressed in. You see it has this like snap ring here at the end. So you just you've kind of put it in there, wiggle them around. So we're in there. 2x4 so it goes in evenly. The hammer and see how it just kind of drops. All right, see, and then once it doesn't go anymore, you know they're in. And then you do the same on the other side. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. I took a little break from the diff assembly. I actually left it all done, and I put the RVT around the cover, so it's all sealed. Give it a little bit of paint, and I went inside, showered, and took a little break, man. It's like 100 and freaking, feels like 120 degrees out here, but so yeah, I took a little break. It's now like around 4 or 5ish in the afternoon, and I'm actually go ahead and put it in the car, but it's all done, guys. Yeah, let's go ahead and start lifting up the car again, and this should be the easy part. And hopefully now that there's some shade, man, it's not as bad. But yeah, this morning was brutal, man. It was crazy. So yeah, let's go ahead and wrap this in this diff install. I'm tired. I'm kind of been at it for 2 days, man, and it's probably like 4 showers in between, and it's just crazy. But yeah. All right, guys. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put in the gear oil. Remember, this is your mark is over here. This is the drain plug down here, and this is the fill hole. So what we're gonna do is, it takes about 2 quarts. We're gonna start putting one in, and we'll put in the other one. And once it's a little high right now, but here. Put like a piece of 2x4 in the front so it's not too messy. Drop it down a little more. Let's see here. Put it on the shaft. All right, so just so you guys can have an idea. Piece of 2x4, leveled ground. That's about as leveled as it's gonna get when it's on the car. So when you see it reaches this line right here, that means you're good. So just fill it up and be ready to go back into the car. All right, guys, so it took one full one, and then this one I put it up to here and I overfilled it. So if you do that, just tilt it back, let it spill out, and then obviously when it stops, you know it's in the right line. So we're just letting the excess right now spill over, and we're just gonna cap it back on, and we should be good to go. All right, guys, as you can see here, I have the diff on the jack. We're about to put it back into the car. This over here, I would suggest you do it with 2 people. I'm gonna try to do it by myself. But yeah, you want somebody pumping up the jack while somebody is holding it, and you got to try to bolt it up there. Those 2 subframe holes up there, as careful as possible, because you don't want to strip the threads up there. If not, you're gonna have a real bad day. You're gonna have to take out the whole subframe, and that's not gonna be fun. So yeah, guys, little by little, put it in, and you know what else? I'm gonna put the time lapse so you guys could check it out. All right, so you see the hardest part is done. It's just bolting on the ears. That's on, and then from there on it's just drive shaft, axles, and then the the subframe bushings, which they're not that hard because you can move them around with the jack. If they're not lined up, put the jack down here and you just level it out. So we'll do that first and then we'll do everything else. All right guys, diff is fully installed, axles are all bolted up, drive shaft is back on, just need the exhaust, and that's it. We're ready to go for a test drive. All right guys, first drive on the new diff, testing it out, make sure everything's fine. It's been a long couple days. All right, so fine, so good. Alright guys, remember I'm driving with one hand, shifting with the other. Alright, no noise. Guess we're good. Alright guys. Been driving around probably for like 2 or 3 miles now, and everything seems perfect. No noise, no clunking, everything's perfect. So yes, that's all smiles for this weekend. It's nice, man. It's nice. I like when the car is running and there's no issues, you know. It's usually when it's down that's it's a headache, and you know, it's not the same that, you know, you can just turn it on and just take off, that it's just sitting there, you know, and waiting for you to fix it. But yeah, man, just driving perfect. Next thing now we just got to do is just figuring out the ECU and the wiring issue, and we should be good to go to make some power. Alright guys, and that is a wrap for the diff install video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Man, these hot Florida summer days they're killer. I'm sorry it's, you know, it has to have been divided into 2 days, and you know, hopefully it keeps on everything pretty good. I try to get everything as detailed as I possibly could. If you guys have any questions, you know, or comments, just comment down below, DM me on Instagram. You guys know who I am. Like always guys, you know, thank you for the support. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, help out the algorithm on YouTube. Let's grow the channel. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Take care, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.